Hey everyone, what's going on? Yokuo here, and welcome to Let's Try Friday. Today we have an interesting game about a piece of meat. Yeah, you heard me. A piece of meat. Super Meat Boy. There it is. Okay, it's about this guy. He's red. He has to platform to save his girlfriend from this guy. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. So welcome to Super Meat Boy. We have inserted our coin or whatever they want us to do. This is a very difficult platformer, although it's not going to look hard to start with. You just run, jump, and you get to the girl. I am actually going to replay that level with Y because if you do it quickly enough, you get a grade A+. I'm picky and like to complete things. I won't replay every level, don't worry. Alright, next level. It's trying to tell me what to do, but I already know, but if you don't, Super Meat Boy can run on walls and jump and stuff like that. And he can also jump great distances. So what's interesting about this game, you may be asking? It's just a platformer. Well, first of all, it's really well put together. Second of all, there are things to collect and characters to unlock. Nextly, I mean, just check out that red slime. Look at that red slime that I'm dropping everywhere. Also, there's a warp zone. If you had a warp zone, you can play a little retro-looking game with the exact same rules as regular Meat Boy. Why would you want to do this? Well, first of all, to get the girl. Second of all, if you get through these, you can get bonus bandages and unlockables and stuff like that. Now, in regular Meat Boy, you have unlimited lives. In these, you only have 3 lives, and I believe that is 3 lives per arcade thing. Now here, we could be in trouble because that is intense. Okay, just gotta time my jumps. Oops. Now, for anyone who's very skilled and schooled in Meat Boy, there are different soundtracks for this game. There is more than one soundtrack here. I am playing with the original soundtrack, which I prefer. Newer iterations of the game that came out on like the PS4 and did the Xbox One get one? I really don't know. But I know the PS4 and the Vita did. They got versions with new music. I don't like the soundtrack as much, but it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. Now see, since I died here, you're going to get to see where I died and where I actually made it. So if you find a level that's particularly hard and you die many, many times, well, you're going to see a lot of death. It's good times. So for the playthrough, I am just kind of running through levels right now. Yeah, I could stand to get the bandages, but I'm not gonna. Or I'm not gonna waste a lot of time thinking about it, because some of them are kind of hard to get to, and this is just about showing off the game, not really anything else. As far as gameplay goes, it's very well put together. It's very slippery, but it's done by default. It's by design. Okay, so for instance, like this bandage, I completely missed, and because of that, I have to die. Which is why, generally, for this, I'm not bothering. Some of the bandages are just very hard. Okay, see, that I got, but since I died, I have to get it again. And I don't want to waste everyone's time by being here all day collecting bandages. Speaking of bandages, Meat Boy's girlfriend is named Bandage Girl. And we are trying to save her from that evil jerk professor or doctor, I don't remember which, but Professor Fetus. Yeah, it's how it sounds. So you may be asking me right now, hey, Yokuo, that's not Meat Boy, you're that guy from the running games. Yeah, I am that guy from the running games, because there are extra characters with different abilities. And that's pretty cool, but honestly, Meat Boy's still the best character until you get the super secret unlockable character. Now, I have gone through this entire game and gotten every achievement on it before. Not on PC. I did it on the Xbox, on the 360 version, which was the first one I played. I went through and got what's called the Golden God achievement for unlocking all the characters, and it was a gigantic pain. It was horrible. The one character I'm talking about in particular, though, he gets a double jump ability, which is... there we go. Which is so very helpful. Unfortunately, it took a friend and me combined 2 or 3 hours to get through these levels. It's that difficult. Ow. Speaking of difficult, I have actually run through all of World 1 without dying. Today is not that day. Okay. I'm getting concerned with the bandages, and I should just be running through. What's nice is I can just immediately go to the next level. I don't have to go back to the World Select screen or whatever it is. I can just keep going. Also, I can see where I've been with these red tracks of sauce. Is it sauce? We're gonna hope it's sauce. I'm really not sure. The alternative is kind of disturbing, though, so sauce it is. Okay. Doing pretty well. Oh, let's not get hit here. I think we're about halfway through World 1 at this point. I'm not exactly sure. 117. Yeah, we're almost through World 1. And only a couple of minutes in. And yes, it does get much harder. And it's harder even still if you actually want to collect the bandages. For instance, this one. This is a pain because you have to time everything just right. And if you don't, you'll slip and fall, or you'll die, or you'll get cut in half with a saw. Like I said, it's good times. See, it's just so very tricky to get. Luckily, the timer resets every time, so you're not penalized for time. You're just using up more lives. So here, Meat Brigade, go! And you can see everything I did up until the point that I win. It prioritizes that winning Meat Boy. Ow. I might be a little out of practice. This game is cool. It's been in a ton of game bundles for the PC. Most of you have probably played this game. If you haven't, give it a shot. It's really fun. It provides a challenge, it's a neat little platformer, and welcome to the original Game Boy, basically, now. Same physics. Ow. Ooh, my life system, right. Same physics and everything, so nothing new here. Just different levels. And there's no time system in here, so I can take as long as I need to. Ow. Generally, there's no time system. This level has a bit of a time system. I have to get through as quickly as possible because if you look at the bottom, the saw blades are destroying my only platform. If I want to get Bandage Girl, I have to get there quickly. And we made it, except I died. I got pre-concerned with the bandage again. That's what they're there for. They're there to mess you up and distract you. And that is exactly what it's doing today. Usually, if I'm going for 100%, I will go back for the bandages after I've beaten the level. That way I can just focus on that. See, there we go. Got the bandage. And yes, you do to restart every section with 3 lives. Wait for that. And here we just have to be careful. There we go. Thanks, Meat Boy. Oh, noes! Most of these I've gotten the A+ on. Most of them. Let's finish out first, and then I'll go back and get the A+ on the one that I didn't. Because there's a reason that you want it. And I'll show you that as soon as we're done with the world. I may have to redo this one, too. I'm being a little slow. Except for there, that helped me out a bit. I sped up in the second half, and they give you a time for A+, so there's no real big reason to worry. Now there, that bandage was very easy to get, so it didn't really take any time. I figured, let's do it. Dodge that. Same story. And run! And we did it. Now, we have a boss fight. But if I hit X, I go to the Dark World, where I can try harder versions of the same levels, as long as I got an A+ on the regular version. I like to go to the Dark World before I fight the boss, generally. I kind of forgot I had that option. I thought I had to fight the boss first, because it's been a little while, you know. So let's try that, and whoops. There we go, we did it. Back to map. This is what we call cleanup. Meat Boy again. And the bandages, if you're wondering, are for unlocking characters. The more bandages you get, the more characters that you can unlock. I'm going to replay the level because I didn't do it fast enough. Because there's that method, which there's a bandage there too, and it's a little tricky. I got the A+. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Exit to map. Didn't want to continue. Well, let's go back in. Because that Not this level, the other level. Return to map. I keep doing that. I keep picking this level. Why am I picking this level? Stop that. And you can switch characters while you're in here, so that's kind of cool too. If Meat Boy isn't cutting it and you want to try someone else, you can. No big deal. Okay, back to the level I actually wanted to be in. So like this one, the bandage is right there. And that's the easiest way to get it. Just run off and grab it. And I actually got the A+ at the same time. That doesn't always happen. Go back here and grab this one now. And then I'll show off the Dark World for this part. I'd like to finish out World 1, preferably. Alright, back to map. Okay, there we go. Switch to the Dark World, and it's all accessible now. So let's run through these quickly as we can. And as you can see, harder version of the same maps. Much more challenging, honestly. The Dark World will definitely give you a run for your money. And they also have bandages in the Dark World, so that's worth noting. And obviously, the Dark World is a reference to The Legend of Zelda. This game does pay its dues to other older franchises, and that's something I can greatly respect, because I obviously like those classic games, as you all may have noticed from watching, well, my channel. Although, yes, I know we have not covered a Zelda game yet as of the time of this recording. Now, has that changed? I don't know, because I can't tell the future. Also, there's a bandage there right under that saw, and that's a little ridiculous, so I skipped it for now. But we'll probably do a Zelda game someday, I'm sure. Okay, can I get up here? I can. There we go. Bypass the whole level there. Ow. Get hit there. So as you can see, Dark World is significantly trickier, but it's still pretty fun. It's a challenge. It'll give you a run for your money, that's for sure. Did I get A+? I got A+. A+ doesn't really matter as much in the Dark World. It's more about bragging rights than anything. But who doesn't like to brag? I know you do. Yeah, you. You know I'm talking to you. Don't act like I'm not. Jump over here. Slip through. Okay, this one is a challenge, regardless of if you want the bandage. Which I'm not getting, apparently. I was going to try to get it, but I wasn't going to go really out of my way. Now, this one actually looks happier than the Light World equivalent. That's rare. Usually, they look much more deadly. The Light World equivalent of this one, I believe it's this level anyway, had lava. This one has no lava. They cut down on that. Straight off the edge. They cut down on the lava, but instead of lava, saws. The Dark World likes saws. Continuing onward and forward. Here's some fire and brimstone for you. Ow. Alright, try this again. Hey, Yokuo, you want to give it a shot? This is going to be a turkey. Can I, like, slip through? I don't know if I can slip through up here, but I'm going to try. Ow. This is not working. Okay, this is not working out how I thought it would. Nope. Okay, one more try. One more try, then we'll try normally. Ah, again. Okay, we're just going to try normally. Ow. The pain. Okay. Carefully position. Nope. Alright, forget it. Let's go. Continuing my meaty shenanigans. Man, this level is trickier than I remember. We're only in World 1, guys. That is worth noting. The game gets significantly trickier the longer you go. There we go. Carefully now. Get up here. Did I get the A+? I got the A+. Fantastic. That's the other thing. The A+, sometimes it'll make you do things faster than you ordinarily would. And that's the whole point of it. They want you to make rash decisions. Ah! Carefully now. There we go. I slipped down here. And there we go. No A+. So let's replay real quick. We can do this. We've got this. Ow. If I don't get it within a few tries, we'll just move on. Carefully jump over that. Jump over this. Oh, there's a warp zone up there. Shoot. Okay. I forgot the Dark World even had warp zones. But by the way, the Dark World has warp zones! So let's go grab that instead. And the warp zones have a time limit as well. If you take too long, they will disappear. You know, every playthrough. You can always come back, restart a level, and get the warp zone. Oh, this one is particularly frustrating. With the physics on this game, if you slip and fall, you're going straight back down. Kind of like that. And with only 3 lives to try, before you're sent back to the beginning of the warp zone, it's a little frustrating. Carefully jump up there and get the bandage, girl. Jump up there very carefully. See, there's a bandage here. And if you're not careful, you will die. Much like that. Well, folks, it looks like we are getting ready to finish out the playthrough. We're just about out of time for today. So I don't know that we're actually going to get to see the boss fight. But if you want to see the boss fight, go check out Super Meat Boy. It's good times. I am going to run through 1 or 2 more stages real quick before we call it a day. Ow. Yeah, let's go back to map. Instead of that, you can experience the Dark World on your own for the rest of it. And I'll show off the boss real quick, because you've seen the platforming already, but you have not seen the boss. So let's do something new. So here is our fantasy friend being kind of a jerk. Kind of a huge jerk. Kids, don't start forest fires. Only you can prevent forest fires. Our poor little meaty friend looks very scared. As well he should. He's being chased by a giant chainsaw in a world full of chainsaws. If you're fast, you can get through this pretty quickly. It's honestly, not all boss fights are created equally. This one is just a platformer. All I had to do was get up here, and I wait. And he gets stuck, and the saws take him out, or something, and I win. Simple as that. And I probably should have mentioned I am using a controller for this game, because even the game devs tell you not to use a keyboard. That should be your first sign. Alright, he's gone like a bat in the night, taking my girl with him. Which is very sad. Poor Meat Boy. All alone. In a burning forest. Full of death and misery. With nothing to be seen. Except the carcasses of dead squirrels. Except for the one who remains. Alone. Sad. And dead. So I got 6 of the 20 bandages. I found all the warps. Dark World is clearly still not done. So there's stuff to do still yet, which I'm not going to do right now. But we beat Chapter 1, the forest, which means that Chapter 2, the hospital, has unlocked. There's also Super Meat World, which is an online something or the other that I'm not going to get into right now. Figure it out on your own. But for now, this has been Yokuo for Let's Try Fridays with Super Meat Boy! That's the one. And I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you later. Bye!